Hi, Ken. Hello, can you hear me, please? Wait, let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Hello? You're welcome. Can someone help me pin the topic? Can someone help me pin the topic? I don't know how to do that. I'm yet to learn that feature. Okay, you can hear me. Thank you. Can you help me pin the topic, please? Please, let's share to our friends. Let them know that we are live. We are live. We are here. Let them know, please. Let's hang on a minute. Let's see. Others will join. Alright. Okay. Hello, you all are welcome. Yes, please tell your friends that we've started. Let them know we have started though. Okay. Today we'll be talking about phone rights in marriage or relationship. You know, some people believe that they need to have privacy in their marriage, especially with their phone. Every other thing is open, but when it comes to their phone, it's a no-no. It has to be private. So we want to discuss that. If it's right to have phone privacy in marriage or not. In 21st century, it came with a lot of package like high technology, improvement on phone and all that. And before now, we've been using like we use letters. We write letters to our loved ones. We write letters and mail it, and it takes long to arrive. But because of the improvement on phone, or because of the use of phone, we are able to reach our families, loved ones within a split of seconds. And that's the importance of phone. Phone is good. To use the phone or to have a phone in marriage or relationship is very good. It depends on how you use it. So phone is like a fire. Fire has its good side because you can use it to cook, and it can also destroy. You know, it can make your food burn. So that's how phone is in the marriage or relationship. When you don't use your phone very well, or you don't know the importance of your phone, it can destroy you. But when you know what the phone is used for, then it's a useful one. It can help you a lot. So let's be guided on the use of our phones in marriage or relationship. Now, I would like to say this, that phone privacy is only applied in a relationship, not in marriage. In a relationship, you can have your privacy with your phone, because at this time, even the girl that you're dating, you are not yet sure of her. You still have 2 or 3 people that you're still considering that maybe you might end up marrying. So you might still be chatting with 1 or 2 people on a normal level, you know. So but when the girl starts snooping on your phone or try to have access to your phone in relationship, that's not a good one. Is maybe you both discussed about it, that you should be open to each other in relationship, then it works. But if there was nothing like that, you told them, you see, this phone is my thing, it's a no, don't go there, then it should be respected in a relationship. But when it comes to marriage, there is nothing like privacy or phone privacy in marriage. This is what has destroyed a lot of marriages in our 21st century. We are so glued to our phones. We do a lot of things with our phones. We don't want our spouses to get close to our phones. No, that shouldn't be. There is nothing like privacy in your phone. Okay, he or she can have access to every area of your life, but not your phone. Why is that? We're going to go into some questions, as I've given a background history about phone rights. I hope we understood that. So this is an interactive section. If you like to talk, you let me know so that you'll come up live and give your opinion. You know, we are here to learn together. Okay, my first question is, should there be phone privacy in marriage or relationship? Like I said before, in my own opinion, in the relationship there should be privacy, and in marriage there should be no privacy when it comes to phone. So I would like to hear your ideas, or what has worked for you, or what you know about phone privacy in marriage. If you would like to come up, let me know, please. Hi, you all are welcome. Yeah. Let's know if you want to come up live and talk. This is an interactive session. Or you can type your response. Let's hear your opinion, guys. So I said there's no privacy. There's something called nakedness in marriage. In marriage, everything should be open. You know, the Bible said that they were naked and not ashamed. That was transparency. There should be total transparency in your marriage. Don't give the devil a chance, because secrecy will bring down your marriage. That's just the honest truth. You know, you keep hearing people say, oh, not everything you share to your spouse, not everything you tell him or her, you know, there should be a level of privacy, secrecy. No, there should be nothing like that. Secrecy destroys marriage. It's just like you've built something over the years and then you destroy it with your own hands. That's what secrecy can do to you. There should be nothing like secrecy. There should be nothing like privacy. Let's move on to the second question. Should I have access to his passwords? Guys, if you're married here, we want to know, do you have access to your spouse's password of his phone, emails, bank accounts, and all that? Let's hear your opinion, guys. Should we have access to his or her phone, password, emails, bank accounts? Or should there be a level of privacy when it comes to that? Okay. Yes, so for me, what the ideal thing there is, there should be no hidden thing in marriage. You should have access to your password. She should have access to your account. Yes. Faith said there should be no level of privacy. Okay, Impact Channel says, I think it boils down to what each couple decides. Yes, that also counts, because in terms of where there was a compromise before, or trust issue was broken, then there should be a discussion. Yes, it depends. If your spouse trusted you before and you betrayed that, because we have a lot of that instances where spouses were open and then one person had to betray that trust, then there should be a conversation if everything should be private or not. Yeah, thank you for that. It depends. Yeah. So, but in a situation where there was no trust issue before, where there was a discussion of transparency, because remember, transparency, it has to begin when you were cutting with that person. Because if you didn't have any talk about that before entering marriage, and all of a sudden you just want to have access to their private stuff, what they call private, then you are breaking boundaries. There will be a problem. That's why it's important that when you are in courtship, you discuss all these things. I remember when getting married, we discussed about everything. Transparency. We said no hiding of anything, and it's been working for us. So if you have not had that conversation yet, it's time for you to have that conversation. Okay, here is Impact said, because people are coming from different backgrounds and different experiences growing up. Yes, people are coming from different backgrounds. Yes. People are coming from different backgrounds where maybe there's a level of privacy in their family. No, because even siblings, sometimes siblings don't like you badging on them or banging on their door, disturbing them all the time. They want privacy. They like, this area you don't touch it, this clothes you don't wear it, this shoe you don't touch it, you must take permission. Yes, it depends. And it's also from maybe their background, and then they take it into marriage. So it might be their personality. That's why I said you must discuss these things before getting into marriage. Because some people like their privacy a lot. And when you want to come into their privacy, they want to set a boundary. It's like a no-no for them. And that becomes an issue. I know so many women have been a victim of this mostly. Because where there was betrayal of trust, and then the woman have to snoop at the phone all the time, and definitely she finds something wrong, that their spouse have been chatting with another lady or talking with somebody else, then the man becomes upset if confronted. And ladies have been a victim of this, and you see they come up with hurt. Sometimes they are being beaten in the process. So we should be guided and have wisdom when it comes to all these things, if there was no discussion about that. So number 3 is, should I hide my phone from my spouse? Should you hide your phone from your spouse? Let's hear. Should you hide your phone? Because a lot of men, they hide their phone all the time. Yeah. Some carry their phone to the toilet. They carry it in their pocket while sleeping. They hide it in one place or the other. Even while eating, they are still with their phone. Every minute, they are with their phones. You can't even, like, a split of second will you say, let me see this phone on the table without without him touching it. He must always be on his phone. Men especially are victims of this. They're always with their phone 24/7. You can't even see them a minute without their phone. They are so glued to it. And most times it's like they're hiding something, because you look suspicious. Even if you're not hiding something, maybe you're a business person, people call you all the time, they text you all the time, you have to do transactions, you have to keep in touch with your customers and all that. But you carrying your phone all the time when you are home, you are making yourself suspicious. You're glued to your phone 24/7. And most times you don't even have time for the Bible, to read the Bible, and you're glued to your phone all the time. Sometimes they are there watching pornography. Sometimes it's dating sites, talking with their exes and all that. So you make yourself suspicious even when you're not doing all these things. You carrying your phone all the time, even to sleep, is in your pocket, or you're laying on top of it. You're making yourself suspicious. And you see your wife or your husband will be tempted to go check your phone to know what's happening in that phone. To know why is it that my spouse, my husband or my wife, every time he or she is carrying the phone up and down, even there's no breathing space for this phone. You know? So, that question was, should I hide my phone from my spouse? You shouldn't hide your phone. Your phone should be open as anything. If she can have access to every other thing, why can't she have access to your phone? You making your phone open will even help you to build a solid foundation in your marriage. Because hiding your phone all the time will make you to even do evil. Maybe you have a weakness. Maybe there's a weakness you are battling with. If you can make your phone open, and it's through your phone, most times men cheat with their phones. That's where the cheating comes from. Mostly it's this phone. Because first you have to call the person, are you available, or text, oh I love you. It's from the phone. So the enemy have capitalized on this phone. So if you have a weakness in these things or in this area, make your phone open. Let your spouse know that you're struggling with this. That's why you both came together. Let them know so that they can help you. So there's nothing like, oh, I'm ashamed of this. No, make it open. They were naked and not ashamed. There should be openness. You both are there to help in each other's weakness. So there should be nothing like hiding your phone from anybody, or hiding your phone. You shouldn't hide your phone from your spouse. It should be open. Don't give the enemy the chance to come into your marriage and destroy your marriage, all because of 1 minute text or 1 minute call. Once you give your wife your access to your passwords and everything, or you give your husband access to all your passwords, you will see that their attention will even be drifted. Even when they are suspecting something, they'll be like, oh, but I have the password already, so I don't think this man will not be smart enough to know that I might check the phone anytime, or might pick up the phone to make calls or something. So they'll be careful. Even giving that access will shift their memory, will shift their attention from checking your phone all the time. But when you start hiding your phone, you start hiding your password, you're now drawing their attention all the time to your phone. You now make yourself suspicious. They will keep asking themselves, wonder I'll get access to this phone and I will check what is going on. So release everything. Don't hide anything from your wife. Don't hide anything from your husband. Once you're married and everything is transparent. There should be no atom of secrecy, except where the trust have been betrayed in the past. So let me hear your opinion, guys. Let me hear what you have to say about this phone issue. Should I hide my phone, or should I make it open? I want to have like different sets of ideas from you all, please. Let's know if you're in order. If you want to come up live, you can let me know so that we'll also learn from you. We are all here to learn together. Another question here is, why will a spouse be defensive about his or her phone? Why should a spouse be defensive about his or her phone? Because this phone thing has caused a lot of wahala. It has caused a lot of troubles in marriages and relationships. Why should a spouse be defensive? Who wants to share? I think they should be defensive when they have something to hide. Because if you have nothing to hide, why are you being defensive? Sometimes your spouse wants to just, you pick up your phone and make calls. Maybe there's no network in the phone or there's no airtime. And they just want to pick up your phone and just do something. Then you're like, oh my God, your heart is jumping up. Your heart is jumping. You are being so defensive. Why are you checking my phone? Why are you checking my phone? Why are you going there? Who told you to touch my phone? And why are you doing it with my phone? You know? Calm down. They're just trying to make calls. You know, if you have nothing to hide, why will your heart be skipping? Yes, Faith said when there's no transparency in marriage, yeah, they will always be defensive. Their heart will always skip. That's how you catch them. I'll be like, okay, but said, some women have abused the privilege of being open by the man. Some ladies are overly suspicious whenever they see their spouse chatting with the opposite sex. This is true. Even when the man wasn't suspicious of anything, or when the man isn't suspicious of anything, the ladies are overly suspicious. Yeah. Or there are some ladies that don't like their man to be talking with the opposite sex. Even Facebook comments, you comment on their post, you tell their husband, oh, you look fine, oh, this is beautiful. They will start attacking you. They might even go to their email and say, please, oh, stay away from my husband, oh, stay away from my husband, oh. Just comment, oh. So there are some women that are like that. They don't want you to talk with the opposite sex. They see you talking with the opposite sex, they are thinking about something else. That's insecurity. That's insecurity. You are not even sure of yourself. Because, because this person married you, it means that their life should all be bottled up. They don't have friends again before, even they don't have female friends before they met you, or what? What are you trying to portray? That it should be only guys they should be talking to. And now when they talk to guys alone, they will not start thinking, oh, you have something to do with that guy negatively. Hey, wahala. Wahala, oh, some ladies, please, so if you have this mindset, you have to change it. Especially when your spouse don't have anything to hide. When they're just chatting with the opposite sex, please, don't think something is suspicious. Ken said, when there is no sincerity of purpose in that marriage and openability. Right. When there is no sincerity of purpose. Exactly. Sincerity is something else, and integrity that should be in marriage. Those are the qualities. There should be sincerity. There should be integrity. There should be openness to avoid all these issues in marriage. Because if these things are lacking, then you're creating problems for yourself and for your marriage. Okay, thank you for those contributions. Another question says, how often should I have access to his or her phone? How often? Am I supposed to be checking his phone? Like, even if he gave you the access to the phone, should I be, checking the phone all the time? How often should I have access to it? Is it just anytime I want, I'll just go and grab the phone? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Because he now gave you access to the phone, you now have the power. Okay, Ken said anytime and every time. Okay. Good. Let's hear more. What do you guys have to say? Ken said anytime and every time. Alright. That's when there was a discussion. Because some people like their privacy. And if it's not discussed before marriage, there'll be a problem. There'll be a problem. And if you discover something on your spouse's phone and then you go the wrong way confronting them, and they end up slapping you, you caused it. Oh, you caused it by yourself. Faith said, I take my husband's phone anytime I want it. His phone is my property, in as much as he's not using it. Yes, this is good. I love this comment. Yes. As far as he's not using it, you have access to his phone. Good. Some people snoop a lot. Oh, even when they are talking to customers or talking with their classmates or something, they'll be like, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? What are people saying? There should be privacy at least. Even if you have access, like not all the calls that he's making that you have to be questioning him. Who are you talking to? Who is this and that? No, that's so disrespectful. Let's do it with wisdom. Let's be guided. Frank said, I believe even if you have access, a level of privacy should be accorded as well. Yes, that's what I'm just saying on that. There should be a level of privacy as well. You know, not when he's on his phone, you now want to go and start checking on his phone. Even checking on his phone, like let's say going to his messages to know what's going on there, it's not even right, because the mindset you are going into his phone is wrong. The mindset with which you are going into his phone is very wrong. You're going there to know if he's chatting with any lady, or if he's sending a lady money, or if they are doing something suspicious on his phone. No, that's the mindset is wrong. Mindset is another thing. What are you going to his phone for? What is your purpose? What are you searching for? And if your spouse has been faithful to you and he suspects that you are suspicious of him, you are trying to kill your marriage. You are killing that man gradually, because he has built trust with you over time, and then all of a sudden you don't trust him. You're trying to know what's going on his phone. The mindset, yes, the mindset is a collapse of trust. Yeah, because a lot of ladies have gone to their husband's phone to check one or two things that's going on, even when your husband is faithful to you. You know, even the way they will collect the phone will make their husband know that, there's something wrong. This woman is suspecting me. And by you doing that, you're destroying the trust the man has for you. You're destroying the trust. Okay, even if you suspected something and wanted to check his phone, do it with open mind. Like, just go like the usual way you usually go to collect his phone. Do it like that. And let him not even know that you're being so, you're not going, quietly, you're doing like this, stepping little by little, so he doesn't know that you're taking his phone. Or when he comes, then all of a sudden you regain yourself, you know. That's not right. The mindset is another thing. We have to check it. Thank you all for that. What should I do if I detect something in his phone? Let's say your spouse is using his or her phone for something wrong, or maybe you discover they are watching pornography on their phone, or you discover that they are texting their exes, or they are reporting you, or they are doing one evil in their phone. How should you confront the person? Ken said, and when that happens, trust me, you will never see that phone. If at all you do, the password will be stronger than of a vote. Oh my God. I trust men now. It's well. So, what should we do? What's our approach when we find something wrong with their phone, like they are doing something wrong with their phone. So how should we approach it? What should we do? Should we just go immediately and start confronting them? What should we do? Or should wisdom be applied? How do you approach that kind of spouse when you find something suspicious? Or maybe you see them with a lady talking in an inappropriate manner, and you want to be sure what's the name of this girl, where does this girl live, what have they been up to, and you went to his phone unknowingly, you saw that something is going wrong. How do you approach your spouse? Ken said the first approach is called mannerisms. His response will determine your next move. That's right, but you know that in this kind of thing, your body will be so hot. You want to react, you want to do something, you want to show them. Yeah, so his response should determine your next move. Okay, let's say he now responded and was overprotective and was like, why are you questioning me? Did you see me doing anything? You know, they'll start denying and all that. So what do you do? When they start denying, even when you've caught them, what do you do? And say, no matter the hotness, so calm down and apply wisdom. Yes, you have to calm down. Just like when someone has a hot temper, you have to cool down. You have to cool down. Go and drink water. Okay, Sister Miki said, how will you handle a hobby that always on a wife's phone? Perusing through text messages, chats, call log, etc. Okay. So this is a question, guys. How do you handle a hobby that's always on a wife's phone? It's always there, checking on their phone, perusing their calls and all that. What do you do? Okay, Impact said, understand how your spouse wants to be approached. For me, I would prefer you gently ask me first to know the purpose of such. Yes, sometimes we don't ask, we just confront. And when you confront someone, they are eager to respond negatively. So I think asking is the most appropriate way when you find out something is going wrong on your spouse's phone. Okay, guys, let's respond to Sister Miki. How will you handle a spouse that's always on a wife's phone? How do you do that? I think personally for me, if I find out, or how can you handle a husband? Okay, for example, if my husband is always on my phone, checking on my phone, I'll ask you, what are you doing? Like, if there is a suspicious act, maybe they suspect something, they're always checking your phone to know who you are talking with, if you're talking with a guy and all that. You have to ask them, what do you want? What are you checking my phone for? And, you know, and when they explain or they didn't give you any explanation, you can just come openly and open your chat logs or your call log or your chat, your messages, and show them. If you have nothing to hide, you show them, okay, look, read it through. Like you're giving the person easy access. Okay, check all my messages, check all my calls. You can even call the person and know what we've been discussing. You know, in that way, you're making yourself very open, and in that way you are letting them know that you have nothing to hide. You are not giving them that free access to what they didn't have access to in the previous place by them calling the people you've called or reading all your messages one after the other in your presence. That's a lot of trust or a lot of openness that you are giving to them. That's an easy access. So in that way, they know that you have nothing to hide. But if you have something to hide, you can't do that because you know what's in your phone. You are the only one that knows what's going on in your phone. So I believe that we should all build trust in our marriage. If trust is broken, or there's where there have been a loophole before, then you're making yourself suspicious, and your husband or your wife can check your phone at any time. They can even confront you at any time. So just be ready. I hope I answered that question. And if you have any other thing to say in regards to that, please let us know. Friends say women go all out in such situations. Wisdom should be applied. Yes. Ken said, for the question of Sister Mickey, okay. You ask him, baby, is there a problem with you always on my phone? Or have you started suspecting me? Comfort his fears with that question. Yes, that's another thing you can do. You confront them. Let them know. Ask them, why are they in your phone all the time? Why are they checking? Are they suspecting you of anything? If there is, let them speak up, you know. You confront their fears. In that way, you are calming the person down, you know. When you confront someone's fear, you're calming the person down with your truth. And before you know it, they'll stop bugging your phone. Thank you for that. If you have any other question, yes, you can ask. This is an interactive session. We're all learning together. And then, if there's no transparency in your marriage, how do you build the transparency? If there's no transparency in your marriage, how do you build it? In a situation whereby you both are private people in the marriage, and now you want to be open to each other, how do you build it? Because everything has to be built. You build things yourself. You build your love. You build your love. You build your trust. You build your integrity. You build transparency and all that. So how do you build it? Okay, let me start by saying that you have to build transparency by being open on every area of your life. You have to give them access to everything. Let them know what's going on in your life. Every conversation, whatever you're doing, your projects you're carrying out, you're sending anything to your in-laws, you're sending anything to your family members, you're like engaging in one business or the other, whatever it is, be open. Let them know. Discuss it with your spouse. In that way, you're building transparency. This is a situation where there was no transparency before, where there was lack of trust. By you doing this, being open on your bank account, what you earn, everything, all your transactions, whatever you do, because mostly it's this phone and finance. So if you become open on all this and these two aspects, you've built that transparency enough. Just being open in every area. Let your spouse have access to your life. When you went to the altar and made that vow that your body belongs to her and her body belongs to you, you're vowing to transparency. That's what you just did. You're vowing to transparency, that everything about you, your spouse will know. And everything about your spouse that you are going to know too. So that's transparency you just vowed to on the altar. If you now enter the marriage and you are now not doing what you vow, you are breaking your vow. And the Bible says that it's better you didn't make a vow than you made a vow and then break it. You know? So, let's be transparent. It will help your marriage a lot. It will help you and become a righteous person. It will help you not to say sinners' prayers all the time. It will help you to avert the plans of the enemy in your marriage. Just imagine where a spouse is always with their phone doing one thing or the other that is not appropriate. Then tomorrow when someone comes blackmailing you, how will your spouse defend you in the public? How is your spouse going to take that? But if your wife knows or your husband knows all your moves, He knows who all the ladies you're chatting with. He knows all the conversation, everything, most people you are sending money to. Tomorrow, when someone comes blackmailing you, or when someone comes with a false accusation, your spouse will be there to stand for you. Your spouse will be there to help you push through that thing, because both of you are one. If you say both of you are one, then there should be nothing like secrecy. Secrecy destroys marriage a lot. Just check the percentage of divorce and ask them questions. It's always this secrecy. There's always something they're hiding. They are not communicating effectively. There's something that is lacking, like in their communication or with their phones or finance or something, or relationship with the outside world. But if these things are open, if these things are discussed, there will be nothing like that. There will be nothing like issues. When the issues come, both of you solve it. Both of you come together and put your head together and push through that situation. But if there's nothing like that and it comes out tomorrow, your spouse will be so disappointed and they can't even fight for you. It's going to be hard for them to fight for you. That's just the truth. Some spouses don't even have that strength to fight. They just walk away. So why inviting the devil into your home through your phone? Let your phone be open as anything. Let your wife, your husband have full access to your phone at any time at will. Not when they come to check your phone or just pick up your phone to do something and then you're panicking. No, it shouldn't be that. There should be nothing like secrecy, except in the place where there was no trust or trust was betrayed. That's an exception. But you can still build it. You're in marriage. You're there for each other's weakness, right? You knew they have a weakness. That's why you married them. So, even in that, you still have to build it again. Okay, so, if you have any question, you can let us know. There's this exercise I want us to do. It's a self-check. Self-check, guys. Let's be truthful to ourselves. So these self-check questions, I want us to be truthful to ourselves, you know. I'm not asking you to answer it in the public, but answer it within yourself. These questions, it will help you to be in check. Okay, let's go. Is there any area of your phone you wouldn't want your spouse to see? You have to answer it yes or no to yourself. It's a self-check. Let's keep ourselves in check now. 2, are you afraid someone might call or text you when you are not near your phone at home? You have to answer. Because a lot of people have this phobia when it comes to their phones. If they're having any, maybe like they have side chicks or they have something suspicious going on, they always with their phone because they don't know when calls will enter or text might enter, and then their spouse have to see it. Okay. Another question is, would you read your browser history out loud to your spouse? You know that now we are into technology. You keep browsing stuff in the internet and all that. So your browser history, can you read it out loud to your spouse, or can your spouse go and check what you've been doing in the internet with your phone? You have to answer. Have you ever cleared it to avoid being caught visiting certain sites? You know, there are a lot of dating apps, hundreds of them. All the dating apps, you have to go and check in what's going on. All the porn sites, you know. Have you ever cleared it, or your girlfriend don't want them to see? Ken, you're laughing. It's like you're guilty of this, so I'm looking at you with that eye. I'm just joking. Okay, have you deleted any text that you didn't want your husband or wife to see? Have you? Hey, ask yourself. Answer. You have to answer. Have you ever sent or received inappropriate pictures with your phones? But you're laughing. I'm catching them. Oh, hey, today is today. Have you used any apps inappropriately? Have you used any apps inappropriately? Let's know. You have to answer. God is watching you. Answer, answer, answer. Yes or no? I'm going to say plenty. There plenty. Okay, today is today. Another one. Do you have any contacts you don't want your spouse to know about? Are there contacts? You know that, especially in relationships, this one, they are, guys, if you are single here, you mean us today? Yes, so you know, guys, you guys are the ones that are experts in this area. You know, when you have more than 10 women at once in your life, you save the other person's number with pure water. You will save the other one's number with Bible. You save the other one with what is it called again? Slippers. You save the other one with clothes. So that when your main girlfriend, the one that you are with presently, comes to check your phone, or maybe you forgot the phone and stepped out and then the phone is ringing, the person now thinks that, oh, maybe it's a business person, because you saved it with clothes. Oh my God. Have you had any conversations where you feel embarrassed if your spouse read a transcript? How about your social media? Social media these days, that's where we cheat. You know, there's nothing that there's nothing that you don't want to this will say, okay, can't say plaza and seller, exactly. Anything you want to see now is on social media. Anything. There's no privacy in social media. Anything. Some people are there 247, they're looking around. Hey, so I've gone to the end of my questions, the self-check questions. So, how many people answered yes to any of these questions? You have to answer it yourself. If you know you answered yes, it's time to sit down and talk. It's time for you to sit down and recalculate your life and know if all these things are worth it. Forget that we are joking. Yeah, but I believe we're also learning. If you're really guilty in all these things, especially for married people, then there's a need for you to sit down and talk with your spouse. Have a real talk. Because the Bible said that there is nothing that is hidden under the sun that wouldn't come out one day to eventually come out to the open. So why will you be doing hide and seek stuff when you have your spouse there to help you in any of your weaknesses? Ken said, I'm standing on the fence here. I hope it doesn't collapse. No, it won't, in Jesus' name. You need to tell yourself the truth if it is worth it. Some single guys, you go out in the club, you stay in the club all day, mingling with people that won't help you in your life, doing inappropriate stuff. Going to the club, you say you want to chill out. Will this thing help you? You need to sit down and have a conversation with your inner soul and know if these things are good and where it will lead you. Because there is nothing that is associated with the devil that is good for you. It will just be sapping energy, drawing your money, destroying your life, eating up your soul. From dating sites, before you know it, you enter into pornography. From pornography, you enter into going out with the prostitutes. So it just, anything that comes with sin is just an upgrade. You keep upgrading, before you know it, your life is a mess. Ken said, but it's a serious matter. Really appreciate you bringing this stuff up. Thank you. Yeah. So, there is nothing good about secrecy. Secrecy is just destruction. It's just like fire. Fire can be destructive and still be useful at the same time. So, why keeping fire on yourself? Just be open. It will help you to be righteous. I'm telling you the truth. My phone, I can drop my phone at any time. Like anywhere at any time. If my pastor said, I want to use your phone and read scripture, take it. Yes. Anybody. I have nothing to hide in my phone. Some people are storing up naked pictures on their phones. Some people are recording sex tapes on their phones. And then, if someone said, can I see your phone? You're panicking. There should be things that shouldn't be in your phone. Even if you're that kind of person that you take a picture of yourself and keep it on your phone, maybe you want to be looking at it, I don't know. Why not put it in your drive? Or why not put it in your flash drive? Is that not better? Instead of when someone says, give me your phone, then you say, I can't give you my phone. You know, you're already making yourself look dirty in the public. You can't even leave your phone in a minute in the public. Maybe you're eating with some group of friends, and then you eventually left your phone to go and use the bathroom. You remember, oh, your phone is on the table, you start running back. Because maybe someone will now hack into your phone and see what's on your phone. Or you take a picture with some group of friends, and then someone is saying, can I see the picture? Then the person keeps like, say, wait, don't go there, don't go there. You know, all these things we have to check it. Frank said, but there is a mirror now. Exactly, there's a mirror, my dear. Yeah, there's a mirror. So let's be guarded, because these are the things that the enemy uses against us. Just imagine your phone is hacked, and then someone gets to the things that are on your phone and uses it against you. If you don't pay a million, I will expose you. I will upload it online. You see, you cost it yourself. You have to keep enriching these people. Or maybe when you eventually fed up, you now say, oh yeah, expose it. And now start explaining to the public that never asked you. So we have to think about all these things. You have to sit down and think about it. If you have no transparency in your marriage, it's the time for you to sit down with your spouse and talk. Tell them, see, they're not going to kill you. But they will just be angry at you. They will just be disappointed. But they will appreciate that at least you respected them enough and you became open to them. They will appreciate it for the rest of their life. They will even trust you more. I'm telling you the truth. For you to have the courage, you now came out and now told your spouse, you know, I've been doing so with my phone. No, I've been chatting with this lady. I've been reporting to my ex. I've been comparing you with them. I've been going to dating sites. I've been doing this. You know, she will appreciate it. She will help you more. She will know that this is a weakness, and she will want to help you. And by so doing, you'll be righteous before God. You're saving your life from stress. You're saving your soul. You're saving your marriage. Because all these things, they are not worth it. They are not worth it. Hanging out with girlfriends, cheating with your spouse on the phone, it does not worth it. It does not take you anywhere. So just try to be transparent. They were naked. There's something called naked marriage. Everything should be open between you and your spouse. It will help you a lot. Your marriage will last 100 years and counting. And you say there will be no fault. There's this couple, every time I see them, they're old, very, very old, about 80 something. But when you see their conversation, when you see them even kissing each other, you'll be like, old people. Yes, that's love. They built it over the years. They trust each other. Even at that old age, their love is still waxing strong. Can say, oh, I see that on my mail, and I tell people, and I tell people, please, please upload what you have quickly, or money no they to pay. That's to show there's nothing to hide. Sorry, I didn't understand what you mean here. Oh, I see that in my mail. I tell, please upload what you have quickly. Oh, okay, I understand you, like the blackmailers. Okay, yeah. Yeah, when you have nothing to hide, yeah, let them go ahead and upload it. Or maybe you've dated someone before and the relationship didn't go anywhere, and then they want to blackmail you. They want to tell you, oh, I have this, I have that. If you have nothing to hide, they should go ahead with it. They should go ahead. Yeah. So all those people that you've seen that have cheated on their wives in one way or the other, they were always hiding their phones. Their phones were never like free. Their spouses never had access to their phone. And when it comes out to the public, it becomes a shame. The woman doesn't know how to take it. You know, be like, this is the husband I've given my all for all these years, and see how he just washed everything down the drain because of this. You know, 1 minute sex can make you regret for the rest of your life. It can reduce you to a loaf of bread. You know, it's very important. Please, let's think wisely when we use our phone. Let's think wisely. Let's think wisely. Phone is good. The use of phone is good. So let's not use it for anything destructive. Okay, we've come to the end of this session, guys. Thank you all for tuning in today. Thank you for your contribution. You know, it's really appreciated. If you have any question, you can drop it. I'll come to answer it later on. And next month we'll be doing Q&A in the comment section. Whatever you want, like any question, you can just drop it. Let's have interactive session. You know, I love you all, and I want to have time to have a chat with you guys. I'll be doing Q&A. Anything, any question you want, you can just drop it there, and or any comments. You know, we will learn, because my purpose for this page, or what I say page, or for this, is to build a godly generation. Because I'm still in my 20s, I know things that are still going on. Like, I'm still current with things. Like, you know, when you see counselors that are about their 40s, 50s, they're advising the young people will be like, what? That's old age, oh. That's the olden times. It does not apply to our today's world. But I'm still in with our 21st centuries. I'm still with the Gen Zs, so I know what's happening out there, and I really want us to build a godly generation in our marriage, in our relationship. And that's my purpose of doing this. Not just to come out and let people know me. No, that's not my purpose. Even if it's one person that grabs what I'm trying to say and runs with that, I'm fulfilled. Because it breaks my heart to see a lot of young people messing up. That's just the truth. I kind of cry when I see a young person have messed up with so many guys, have 10 boyfriends already. You slept with so many people already at 20, at your 20s, 30s. No, it doesn't make sense. It bleeds my heart. And we are lacking good mentors. And it's my utmost desire to change the narratives. Even when you hear sometimes they tell the young people, oh, it's not good to still be a virgin. No, I want to change that. You can still be a virgin in our today's world. Yeah, it's very good to be a virgin. I can tell you that with my full chest. So there's nothing wrong with that. Let's not follow people because they are doing what they are doing, or that's the trend. No. Or you see pregnancies now, it's now nudity. They are using pregnancy as an opportunity to showcase their nakedness or to do porn, all in the name of pregnancy. They are doing photo shoots, being all naked. It doesn't worth it. That's not the way of life. Do that in your secret place, but don't come and show it to us in the public. We are spoiling these little generations. We are spoiling the people coming behind us. You know, nudity is something that, like, it's rampant these days. People wear bra and pants and walk on the street and say, oh, it's my life. You don't have to talk about it. You know, it's my privacy. No. Please, let's change the narrative. Like, when you see anyone doing this thing, talk to them. Because sometimes they don't even have parents. These people, some of them, they don't even know what's love. Nobody has shown them motherly or fatherly love before. They don't even have good friends. Maybe you talking to them can win them. You know, Or maybe someone comes to check you, tell them, share the word of God with them. Maybe that's the first time they are hearing the word of God. And you don't know what, even maybe the person will be resistant at that moment. You don't know what that will do to the person the next year or in the next few hours. The person might go pondering on it. You know, please. It's very important that we change our world. A lot of evil have become the norm. Where's all the righteous people? Where are all the righteous deeds? All the things that our parents taught us, all the things that we go to church, we learn, and all that. Where do we apply them in our today's world? Please, let's be guided on what we see, what we hear, the advice people give us, and all that. It matters a lot. You can still be righteous. You can still be holy. You can still have that money and still be righteous. You can still be a slave queen and righteous for God. You know, all those things, all this life, honestly, it doesn't work. It's not taking us anywhere. That's just the truth. Please, let's help our next generation. Let's help our next generation. It's very important. That's what I yearn for. I want to see our next generation like coming up in a righteous way, doing the right things at the right time. Marriage is ordained by God and it has to be holy. God is holy and marriage should be holy. Our relationships should be holy. Not when you are in a relationship you are messing around. No, that's not what God wants for you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you all, and I will see you guys next month in our next life. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. I love you all. Thank you.